Let's move on to the final emailed topic of the day. And the final emailed in topic of the day comes to us from one of our Patreon supporters, Michael Jessup, who writes, I just read today that Indiana Jones 5 has been pushed to July 9th, 2021, a full year later than it was supposed to come out. 3 years. That's 3 full years from now. Harrison Ford will be 3 days away from his 79th birthday when the film opens. He'll be almost 20 years older than Sean Connery was in The Last Crusade. Aren't they pushing it too much? All right, to me, we've talked about, Indiana Jones 5 for a long time. And to me, I've always said the most staggering figure in all this stuff about Harrison Ford's age and blah, blah, blah has been, think about Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade, which is my favorite Indiana Jones movie, by the way. And Sean Connery, his dad, old man Dr. Jones. Harrison's going to be nearly 20 years older than Sean Connery was when that movie came out. Think about that. Harrison Ford is going to be nearly 20 years older by the time Indiana Jones 5 comes out as Sean Connery was when Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade came out. To me, that's the big shaker. Like, it's not the number. It's not 79 years old. Although 79 for an action movie hero is pretty high, granted. But the one that really shakes me is that whole comparison to the Sean Connery age. That's the one that gets me. That one is pretty staggering. So for those of you guys who weren't following it earlier, Indiana Jones 5 was scheduled to come out in the summer of 2020. That's already a ways off. They just brought in a new screenwriter, Jonathan Kasdan, who is Lawrence Kasdan's son. Lawrence Kasdan, of course, wrote the script for the original Indiana Jones. So his son is now working on the sequel script. So then they had to delay it and push off the movie, and now it's coming out like a full year later. Now it's 2021, as was pointed out in the email, 3 years away. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie is coming next year. Indiana Jones 5 is now 3 years away. I gotta tell you guys, I said this before when they announced the delay. I have my doubts that this movie's even going to happen. And it's not even so much because of Harrison Ford's age. It's because Steven Spielberg has about 3 or 4 films that he is developing right now that he is supposed to direct. Right? And I got a feeling, upheaving the schedule like this, I have a feeling either Steven Spielberg's going to walk off this movie at some point, or they're just going to scrap the movie. Now, I don't believe that's the most likely scenario. I think the most likely scenario, if I had to put $5 on it, the movie's probably still going to happen. But I think there's a pretty good chance that either Steven Spielberg walks or they just scrap the whole movie entirely. And again, he did an okay job with Crystal Skull. Harrison Ford did an okay job with Crystal Skull. However, hold on a second. I just want to get the exact year this came out. That was 10 years ago. All right. Harrison Ford, for an older guy, did a pretty good job with Crystal Skull and being able to pull off Indiana Jones and being the action hero and all that kind of stuff. This movie is going to come out 13 years after Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Can he still do it? I don't know. Like, you guys know, I'm always talking about, I love seeing action films with older stars in it. I love seeing that Sylvester Stallone is still able to do what he's doing. I like seeing older action guys showing that they can still be the heroes, that action heroes don't have to be, 21-something-year-olds. I love that. But we're talking about a guy getting close to 80. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this movie's still going to happen? Do you think it's a good idea that they're doing it? Do you think it was a good move to push it off another year? Again, he's going to be 79 by the time this movie comes out. It's a little bit iffy. But look, Harrison Ford's one of the greatest actors of our generation. I love Harrison Ford. He can do no wrong in my eyes. But I just got to wonder if a movie like Indiana Jones is just maybe getting a little bit late for that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Jump into the comments section and let me know your thoughts. Okay, guys, with all that stuff out of the way, we got just a couple of minutes left.